Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, hope you're all good out there. I'm having an amazing day. I'll explain why in a minute, but one of the reasons is this. What is it, mid-October almost, early October? It's 20-something degrees, the sun is shining. This is literally perfect. However, it's not just a sunny, warm day that has put me in a good mood today. The reason why is because I've actually just got my tax return done. Obviously, being a full-time self-employed YouTuber, I have to do a tax return every year, and because I also earn money from the UK and from the US, it makes it a little complicated. And it's not too bad, you know, I'm on top of it, I know what I'm doing, but it just takes a lot of time, it's quite stressful, and it's all just to look at a number at the end and go, wow, shit. I'm not going to go into specifics, but yeah, definitely below minimum wage end profits between 22 and 23. But regardless, I feel amazing because it's such a weight off my mind to know that's done for another year. And I also have lots of plans coming up to do things well, as I've talked about before, I plan to do stuff to these bikes in the winter. And to do that, I'm going to need a little bit of cash. And to do that, I'm going to make some calendars, keychains. I'm going to get some more stickers made up. And I'm basically going to produce more merch and sell it like I used to. It may not be for a long time. It might just be one drop over Christmas. But yeah, that's something I'm planning on doing. It'll be a calendar of bikes that I rode between 22 and 23. Because I didn't do a calendar last year. Also, I'm not reigniting the Metalworks. I don't know if that would work, but I did get up to clock 96, so I'm thinking maybe I should make 4 more and also get those up on my Etsy store for this Christmas. I have probably got the bits and pieces to do more than that, but I'm going to see how much time it takes and, you know, how I see about it. But I'm hoping to make clocks as well as doing the calendar and the stickers. I mean, I think an obvious ending number, if I was going to have an ending number, would be 110. But I don't want to put an end on it because, you know, like now, if the time comes up, I'll make a few clocks. I'd like to do it. I really enjoy doing it and I want to go back to it, but it just has to make sense, and I can make that make sense for just a handful. And obviously that will allow me to get some capital together, which will allow me to get on and do what I plan to do this winter, which is doing work to my bikes, because there's quite a bit to be done, and the more, you know, cash I have available to me, the more options I have of things I can do. I also need to get on the case of emailing some people about some ideas for some parts, see if I can get people on board with that. So yeah, I'm kind of in that transition stage between, you know, the nice weather and doing all the bike rides, like the reviews and that, coming up to the winter where the weather's horrible all the time and I can do more stuff based at home. But I'm still obviously going to produce whatever bike content I can, it's just weather dependent more. And obviously being October now, I need to get my arse in gear and get this all going as soon as possible. But I also want to make the most of this weather, if it's still here, and get a couple more reviews done. But I am aware that if I do all of these things, I'm going to be very busy for a while. But that's good, because I like being busy. I'm going to get to be creative. I'm going to be in the garage with the... keychains! I'm going to do more of the chain keychains. So I'll be in the garage with an angle grinder, chopping up chains and cleaning them up and turning those into key rings. Basically going to do as much as I can. I consider doing pre-orders for the calendars, but I actually much rather just sell the calendars I have. So what I tend to do is buy a load of them, sell those, and as those are dwindling down, I'll get a load more prints out. Thankfully, the local printers where I get them done, I know them very well, and they are amazing at, you know, if I call them up on a Monday and say, hey, I need 20 more calendars, I might have them that afternoon, I might have them the next day. At most, it's going to be like 3 days, so I can be really quick to react and not end up with loads of extras, or not having enough, and I disappoint a lot of people. One of the reasons I'm only going to do one type of calendar rather than 2 is because it massively simplifies things. There can't be mix-ups within sending them out. There isn't going to be a problem with having too many of one and not enough of another. So I know a lot of people like the photography one, but I do think that the bike one always sold like, you know, 2-3 of the bike ones to every one of the photography ones. So I'm sure most people will be happy still. So yeah, that is why I'm feeling absolutely amazing right now. Loads of stress off my shoulders, lots of things to do, which isn't stressful because it's going to be completely within my control as to how much I try and get done and don't get done. The calendar should be easy because I've got 2 years worth of images to go through and find 12 that will just, you know, be good for it. And it's really enjoyable creative stuff that I like doing. Hopefully this won't affect my uploading speed. I've actually slowed down a little bit, and there's a reason for that. And that is simple. I was making way too many videos, and the algorithm was punishing me. You see, with YouTube, the way this kind of works is if you have a video that does very well and lots of people watch it, the next video you put up, it will promote to more people. And if more people watch that, then it will promote more and more the next one. But if you upload 5 videos, for instance, even if they're the greatest videos in the world, unless you can get people to watch every single one of those, which is tricky when it comes to, like 5 videos a week, you're all busy people, you end up having videos in between that maybe would have got watched if it hadn't been for the fact there's been one every day for 5 days, but now it can't because it's like that's not interesting enough to make up for another video. So if you slow down and put, say, I don't know, 2 up a week, now there's a much higher percentage chance that the people who follow you and watch you are going to watch that video, and then when you next put another one up, then we're like, because they've had time to not watch a video, basically. So producing less content, or more accurately, releasing it to YouTube off of Patreon at a more steady rate. I mean, there's like still 4 videos mine up on Patreon you can see before. At this point now, there is 4 videos that are on Patreon that aren't on YouTube, and this one will be on there this evening. So there's a lot there. There's waiting to go up, and I sort of drip feed that out. That's the same reason why you people who watch through YouTube won't have noticed much of a lull in my videos recently, whereas in Patreon noticed I went mental for a while and then had a gap of, when I was doing my tax work basically, I had to buy that time back by working extra hard to have the videos to cover it. But for YouTube, as I say, because I drip it out, it smooths out the release. It's very handy. Yeah, that's what I thought I'd tell you about. I'm just in a very chipper mood. I'm very positive about all the things I'm going to do, and I hope a lot of you are going to be interested in those bits and pieces. I know whenever I sell the keychains and the calendars, they tend to sell very well, so yeah, feeling hopeful. So obviously a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters and everyone who helps support this channel in whatever ways you do. Like the video if you liked it, hit the subscribe button if you wouldn't mind, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.